Is DC Studios finally closing in on its Batman? Or is the search still wide open? One name that fans have been buzzing about is Reacher and Titan star Alan Ritchson, who many believe has the right mix of grit and presence to don the cape and cowl. But according to Ritchson himself, things may not be so simple. Since James Gunn and Peter Safran unveiled their plans for a new DC universe, one project has stood out as both exciting and mysterious: the brave and the bold. Unlike Matt Reeves' standalone The Batman series starring Robert Pattinson, this film will introduce a fully integrated Dark Knight to the DCU. The twist? This version of Batman already has a son, Damian Wayne, who will take up the mantle of Robin. It's a father-son story with high stakes and emotional weight, but here's the problem. DC Studios hasn't locked in their Batman yet, and the clock is ticking. With the Batman Part 2 scheduled for 2027, Gunn's version needs a clear identity to avoid confusion, and that means finding the right actor is more crucial than ever. Ritchson has been one of the most fan-favored choices for months. Standing at 6 foot 2 inches with the imposing physicality he brings to Amazon's Reacher, he certainly looks the part. But in a recent interview with Variety, Ritchson set the record straight about his potential involvement. "Well, it's not a rumor that James Gunn is a fan," Ritchson admitted. He said it himself. "And am I a fan of James Gunn? Absolutely. I don't want to mislead people. Words have been exchanged about Batman. But I strongly don't think that Batman is in my future. I do think there is something in my future with DC, and I would like that to remain true." So while Batman may be off the table, Ritchson isn't shutting the door on the DCU. In fact, his comments suggest that Gunn might have another character in mind, one that could be a better fit for his range and energy. If not Batman, then who? That's the question fans are asking now. Could he play Green Arrow, bringing a sharp and strategic vigilante to the big screen? Or perhaps Aquaman, should DC pivot from Jason Momoa's version? There's even speculation he could portray a lesser-known but equally compelling character, giving Gunn room to expand the DCU in bold new ways. One thing is clear: Ritchson's tone suggests serious talks are happening behind the scenes. Meanwhile, DC's Batman search remains one of the studio's biggest question marks. Safran has emphasized that this version of Batman will be part of the main DCU timeline, while Reeves' The Batman franchise will continue in its own Elseworlds corner of storytelling. But with no actor announced and no release date confirmed, fans are starting to wonder, will Gunn surprise drop Batman in another DCU project before The Brave and the Bold, or are we still years away from seeing this take on the Dark Knight? Alan Ritchson may not be our next Batman, but his comments leave the door wide open for a different DCU role, one that could still have a major impact. What do you think? Should DC have cast Ritchson as Batman, or is there a better fit for him in the DCU? And who should play the Caped Crusader in The Brave and the Bold?